Hey hobbyists, hello. It's been a long time. I just wanted to share my, what do you call that? My dust collector here. I have a few friends that saw it in my garage and they said, oh, that's interesting setup. Maybe you should share some of that. So I thought I'd do a quick one. Right, so I do some woodworking here and there. You see my trash, in my garage. Yeah, some basic woodworking for stuff in the house. Some lawn furniture, some frames here and there. But so this is my setup for my dust collection. I can't afford the big dust collection systems that you have a hose in there, and it's moving around, and I don't have all of my stuff that's set in place. A lot of my woodworking stuff really are mobile because I just do it in my garage. So that's what I did for my dust collection, right? Something I can move around fairly easily, and pretty compact and cheap, right? So let's go through it, right? You'll see. I mean, my setup is, again, I wanted to minimize the space. Didn't want something that was big or wide, right? So I, made it, tall, right? So 2 levels. On the bottom, you'll see my shop vac. Nothing fancy. It's a rigid HD09001. It's been out there for some time. I've had this set up for about 2 years now, I think. So that's a 9-gallon shop vac, wet and dry shop vac. Works pretty well. So nothing fancy there. And then the usual tub, right? There's a, Home Depot bucket. And I just put the dustopper here, right? That's pretty easy. You can buy that in Home Depot for sure. And that separates all the dust before it actually goes to the vacuum, right? So it keeps your filter in the vacuum pretty clean, right? All I did was put a base. Then as you can see, I cut a hole in here so I can put in my the bucket there. Obviously, the lip of the bucket is going to be, hanging in there. That's what keeps it stable. Cut the hole here to be able to let the hose go through. Connections is interesting, right? Because this is a 2-inch hose. So I had to buy a 2-inch, rubber hose and just put in some clamps in there. This one I use I couldn't clamp this because this was pretty hard, right? I actually placed a rubber in there so I can clamp this into, the vacuum. But I just put a, duct tape in there. You just need to check that from time to time and maybe refresh the duct tape. That should work. Then you use the normal hose, and the same way here, you'll see I was able to connect a 2x2 flexible rubber hose there, and then what is this? Oh, I think there's a 1.5 by 1.5, right, to be able to connect to the dustopper elbow. This elbow comes to the dustopper when you buy it, right? So pretty straightforward, pretty easy. I have it on wheels, so you'll see got strong casters under there, and I can actually, even just with if I just pull it with my hose, I can have it move around, right? So pretty easy, not too hard to move around. So I think that's what's great, right? Plus, have some space in here for all my stuff. So it's fairly easy to get. I know where it always is, right? So that's my setup, right? For my dust collection system for my small woodworking hobby here in the garage, right? So hopefully that helps, gives people ideas. Nothing fancy, but pretty effective for a small garage like mine. Small, woodworking hobbyist like myself. That's it. That's it, guys. Hope you enjoy your hobbies. Bye.